Hey, business-minded mama. I'm so grateful that you are here and that you are ready to grow an authentic community and scale your impact. Hi, I'm Stephanie Parenza, the voice behind Business-Minded Mama podcast, local and small business advocate, and entrepreneur. I've created this community because I want to help business-minded mamas like you build your dream business by finding your authentic community and gaining control and clarity on the financial aspects of your business by managing your own books. Now, let's tap into your own potential. Hello. How many of you are completely stressed out about your taxes right now? I'm here today to give you some easy tips to make sure that you are tax savvy either for this year or the following year. Why not start preparing now so that you do not feel this way next tax season? All right, guys, let's dive in and get your pen and your notebook. Take some notes. I want you to do these things this year so that next year you are completely in control and not stressed about having to either prepare your taxes yourself or send off this information to your preparer. First and foremost, be organized. Do your best to be organized. That means your books should be in order. That means you should be looking at them routinely. Whether that be every week, whether that be every month, don't space it out any more than that. You need to be organized and have accurate books. Get yourself on a system so that you know that you are going to be ready for tax time when the year is over. Now, I have systems for that. I have methods for that. I walk you through all that stuff in my bookkeeping basics bootcamp course. So that is an option for you. If you're not interested in taking a course, feel free to reach out to me with questions. Come to our Facebook group to ask questions there, to learn more things there. Pay attention to my podcast episodes or figure out the systems on your own, whatever it takes. I don't care. I want you to be successful in whatever way possible. Make sure your books are in order. Make sure you are organized. Now, the other thing that comes along with that is keep your receipts. There are even times where you may purchase something and not know if it can be a business expense. Keep them. Make notes on the receipts if you think you might forget what exactly it was. Keep them. Get them organized in a folder. Scan them into your accounting software or onto your computer. Whatever it takes. Keep all your receipts. 1, so you can make sure you can ask questions when it comes time. 2, so you can provide that supporting documentation to your tax preparer or even the IRS if you happen to ever get audited. Super important to keep those receipts. The other thing is that kind of ties into these receipts and how I mentioned that you may not know if a specific expense can be deducted on your business taxes is start to consider all these deductions right now. So once again, in my course, I give you a list of some possible deductions that you may not be considering. I'm going to throw a few out here now. Your home office, if you work from home in a designated space, keep track of the expenses that may be incurred to update that space or to make that space a workable office for you. All of those things can be considered a business deduction. The other thing to consider are vehicle expenses. If you have a personal vehicle that you have to drive for business sometimes, that mileage can be deducted. So make sure you are staying organized with when and where you are going. Write it on a piece of paper, put it in an Excel file, put it in your accounting software, use an app, whatever makes the most sense for you. Keep track of that. You'll need to know the date and where you were going and why you were going there, how it relates to business. Keep all that organized and tracked somewhere. Other things that you might consider are if you do any continuing education, professional development, so courses, seminars, whatever it may be to improve your knowledge for your business. If you hire an accountant, pay for an accounting software, all of these things are considered business deductions. There are so many more that you can consider. Keep track of them, keep the receipts for them, be organized. Now, all of these things I've talked about become a lot easier if you are keeping your personal and your business transactions separate, which brings me back to having a separate business bank account. Keeping organized, keeping your books in order, making sure you're accounting for all deductions and receipts, expenses is going to be a whole lot easier if you have a separate business banking account. So I just wanted to throw that one in there. Now, the last thing that you need to do to set yourself up for a successful tax season or preparation of your business taxes is to pay your quarterly tax estimates. So why is this important? Well, you're not going to get hit with a huge bill in April. That's big. You're also not going to be hit with all of the penalties that come along with not paying estimated taxes throughout the year. More cost savings there for your business. And I mean, if that's not enough, it sets you up for success. It sets you up for a pretty clean tax return, and there are no surprises. You have already paid in your money, so you're not going to have to scramble to find it if you haven't been saving for it. It's very important to go ahead and pay quarterly tax estimates throughout the year so that you are really merely just filing your taxes and hopefully not paying much more in, maybe getting a little back. The goal is obviously to break even, but getting as close as possible is super important. So if there's anything I want you to take away from today's episode, the most important thing you can do to have a successful tax season is to have accurate bookkeeping that is organized and that is in order. It is frequently looked at, and really, if you can do that, when it comes to tax time, the only thing you may want to do at year end would be to look through your profit and loss and make sure everything makes sense. Does your income look about what you think you made? When you go through your expenses, do you have 12 payments to your accounting software? Do you have 12 payments to your insurance? Do you have 12 payments to whatever, so your subscriptions, whatever else you consistently pay for each month? As a super easy way to check and make sure your books are accurate. You can do that each month. You can double check it again at the end of the year. Like I said, if you are just consistently reviewing your financials, keeping up with your books, everything will come easy at tax time because it should all be there, and all you can do is double check to make sure it all looks right before you submit to your tax software or to your tax preparer. I hope that helps you out, and wishing you a happy tax season and an even better one next year.
Did you like what you heard on today's podcast? Or do you know a business-minded mama that could benefit from hearing this? Take a screenshot and share this with your community. And don't forget to give me a review. Want to chat more? Find me on Facebook in the Business Minded Mama Facebook page, or on Instagram at Mrs. and Sis, or through my website, www.businessmindedmama.com.